And welcome to this fourth YouTube exclusive of the Power of Pro Wrestling podcast. I'm still joined by my friend Van. So you ready to get this knocked out, Van?
Let's rock and roll.
Let's rock and roll. Awesome. Well, as you know, at the Royal Rumble, Roman Reigns won the 30-man over the top rope Royal Rumble match to move on, or supposed to move on to face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Well, the Royal Rumble was held at Philadelphia, if I remember correctly. And when Roman Reigns won, people didn't really weren't very receptive of his win, and fans have since been booing him. So I kind of wanted to get your thoughts or your opinion of how you would book Roman Reigns to kind of get him back into the good graces of the WWE fans and kind of get him back on that track to be that top star that WWE wants him to be kind of be that new face of the company like John Cena is now. So kind of give me your thoughts of how you could book Roman Reigns to get him back in the good graces of the fans.
First of all, you can't really put a whole lot of stock into people in Philadelphia booing. After all, they did boo Mike Schmidt, the greatest Philadelphia Phillies player of all time. So I'll put much stock into the booing of that. As far as booking him to stay a babyface, well, basically he's got to come. He have to come this closer, a little closer, without actually winning the belt. That's how you create sympathy and stay on the babyface side. If he wins, If he wins to WrestleMania, I don't see it happen. I don't see it happening. I don't think there's any way that you can. That's the only way to me you can book it is have him come close. Next time, come a little closer. Next time, come a little closer to create sympathy from the crowd.
So you want kind of that sympathetic babyface is how you feel that WWE should book them to make him that big top star to get him over with the crowd instead of just that guy who comes in and just the big BA and just beats up everybody.
Yeah, maybe throw him a bone with the IC title. How about possibly booking a Ambrose, Reigns, Barrett triple threat IC match somewhere down the road, and have him win the belt by taking out Barrett.
Okay, so that's the track you feel of how they could keep him babyface and maybe get him back on track to get the fans back behind him to get that push to be the face of the company and the WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of my thoughts are this. I think you can still salvage him as being a babyface. I think you can get Rollins to be a babyface. I think the reason why he got booed in Philadelphia, it wasn't necessarily that we hate Roman Reigns or that they hate Roman Reigns. It's just that right now it's Daniel Bryan's time, and anyone who wants to dispute that, go right ahead, because I will dispute you all day long. It's Daniel Bryan's time right now. Yeah, so that's why I think they didn't take to Roman Reigns.
Yeah, because remember last year the Royal Rumble, Ray got booed.
Yeah,
and he's definitely more popular than Roman Reigns at the time.
Yeah, so I mean, you made a good point. It's just Daniel Bryan's time. So what I would do to get Roman Reigns back on track, I would have the one-on-one match. I would let Daniel Bryan pull off the win at Fastlane to go on to face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, and you could have the ref go down. You can have Roman Reigns come in, hit that big spear on Brock Lesnar, and maybe Brock Lesnar, or not necessarily stay down, but kind of get up. Daniel Bryan, running knee, 1, 2, 3. Daniel Bryan wins the championship with help from Roman Reigns, and maybe that's how that the fans will get back in the good graces of Roman Reigns. So, I agree that you can salvage Roman Reigns as a babyface. You're just going to have to book him correctly. I don't necessarily say make him a sympathetic babyface and keep coming close to the title, but get him more experience, work on his mic work, let him help Daniel Bryan, let Daniel Bryan get his run, and once he gets his run, I think you can get Roman Reigns back on track, and he can be that top guy. I don't necessarily hate Roman Reigns. I don't feel it's his time right now to be World Heavyweight Champion. That's definitely Daniel Bryan's time.
So you're shooting down my booking.
I'm
not kidding.
I'm not shooting down your booking.
I'm just kidding. I mean,
yeah, you do make some valid points. I would book things a different way, because making him the sympathetic babyface, I think it goes against his character. So I feel that you should keep him that big tough guy like you're trying to book him. You just need to wait. He needs to wait his turn, let Daniel Bryan get his run, and then you can have the whole Roman Reigns as the face of the company and carrying the WWE World Heavyweight title. As long as he works on his mic skills, gets more experience in, let Daniel Bryan's time pass, I think you can still salvage him as World Heavyweight Champion in the face of the company. But I want to thank you for joining me for these YouTube exclusives, and
Thank you for having me.
I'm glad that you were able to come on. Hopefully, we'll do more of these things. Also, something I want to mention that I forgot to mention during the podcast, we do have a Patreon, so you can support us. It's Patreon, patreon.com/PPWP, and you can support the podcast financially. Obviously, I want you guys to listen to the podcast, but if you will support the podcast financially, I'm going to make it worth your while, guys. But that's all the time we have for this segment. And you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll catch you later.